making noises will take you a long way. Ah, foul. Jesus. The best sex is when you're into it, when you get into the drill. Body, soul, and mind. No retreat, no surrender. You're in there, fire for fire. Don't say hada, 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 hada. Don't say. But men can actually go bonkers when you praise your joystick. Ah, that's their staff. Oh. That's why if your man goes down on you, let him know how much you appreciate it. My engine needs oil. It needs oil. Ooh. I don't want to shout. It is late. It is like almost midnight here. And my neighbors upstairs and the gate man, they are not far off. If they are hearing me talk all these things, ha, they will think there is a man in my house and so let me just take what I give to you. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jane Lawrence and I come with a lot of juicy content. Now, what do guys like to hear in bed? Well, in case you're wondering what guys like to hear in bed, I have got for you some phrases to get your imagination running wild. First, let's set the record straight that it's all about different strokes for different folks. There are some phrases that are going to hit the spot for your man and others that he's not going to be into. That's just the way it is. People are different. Some guys get turned on when you say their names and others not so much. Some men may like to be called daddy while they're strapping you deeply and hard, but some men may just cringe at the sound of that word because it either reminds them of their toxic fathers or it might just give them an incest mindset. So you would need to test these lines and see which one hits the spot, okay? That was number one. Number two, get into it. Now listen for a moment. Forget about what guys like to hear in bed and think about yourself. If you don't want to have sex with him, don't do it. Or if you're not in the mood, tell him that you're not in the mood and take a rain check, because the best sex is when you're into it, when you get into the drill. Body, soul, and mind. No retreat, no surrender. You're in there, fire for fire. You go ballistic. So get into it. If not, you won't be able to give your man your all. And that is what makes sex good. If both people are genuinely excited and aroused, then sex will be amazing. Number three, say his name. Some guys love it when you call out their names. Now, if they have long or funny names, it may not work out too well, all right? And please don't yell his name while you're at it. Because yelling his name out like Johnny boy or Danny isn't exactly something that would keep him going. It has to be soft. That's why I have said it before that you should learn as a woman to use your bedroom voice and, just sensually whisper his name into his ears or scream it out when he hits the spot, when he scratches that spot. Either way, he would love it. You could just call his name. Which name is even sweet, Steph? Foul. Jesus, this is not working. Oh my God, it's not working. Where is my mojo? It's dead a long time. Gosh, I need me a man. Okay, it's beginning to come out. Did you hear that? Okay, so you go whisper into his ears like so. Which name is even sweet? I can't even see. Honestly, I can't even think of any name. Happy. No, forget Papi. What is that? My engine needs oil. It needs oil. Ooh, I can't even bring the words out. Oh, Daniel. Yeah. Number four, make noise. If you're the type of woman who is not into saying things during sex, that's okay. You don't need to say much, but making noises will take you a long way. The only thing you shouldn't be doing is being silent. When it comes to sex, silence is a sign that things aren't going well, and that silence most times can be deafening, especially when he himself is not making any sound, right? So please, this is going out to both men and women. If you're enjoying yourself, don't be afraid to express it by moaning, gasping, and groaning. It helps while making you both more aroused, like, ah, Number five, men like to hear women say things like, I love the way you eat me out. That's why if your man goes down on you, let him know how much you appreciate it. I know that oral sex can be daunting for some men, especially if they're not experienced, all right? Ordinarily, that place, let's be honest, ladies, that place looks like raw red meat. So I salute the real men for going down on their women and genuinely pleasing them and loving to please them, loving to eat them out. Of course, if your man doesn't know how to eat you the way that you love to be eaten, then you could guide him and teach him what makes you get off while he's eating you out. Okay. At the same time, you need to compliment him and boost his confidence when he does something right. You just tell him, oh my God, don't stop. I'm about to come. Number six, men love to hear their women say, I love the way you fuck me in bed. Especially if he's making all the right moves, he's hitting all the right spots. If he's giving you the consistency and the rhythm, the pattern that you need to let him know he's doing a good job so that he can continue with that pace. But don't just tell him, oh, you're doing a good job. You can make a good job compliment sound really naughty and dirty, like, oh, good job. You know what I mean? I'm sure this video is not going to be monetized after a while. You just tell him, good job. I love it. While he's inside of you or after sex, tell him how much you love how he fucks you. That will make him bust a nut faster. Number seven, when you say something like, you're going to make me come. Ha! You have killed that man. Oh. Well, every guy wants to hear this in bed. It not only tells him that he's doing it right, but it reassures him that you're being satisfied. He knows your body. It's a double ego boost for most men. Unless you're with a man who is only into himself and wants, and doesn't care about the partner's orgasm. So let him know that he's on the right track. Number eight, if you don't want your man to run mad in bed, don't say this. Oh my God, your joystick tastes so good. See, if you tell a guy that he's gone. He's gone. Gone. And listen, there is no reason why you shouldn't let him know how good he tastes. If he does taste good, because some guys can taste nasty, some guys can smell. But if he really does taste good, tell him he tastes good. Sometimes saying the most obvious things can be the biggest turn on for men. But men can actually go bonkers when you praise your joystick. That's their stuff. Oh. When you praise a guy, praise his joystick. Yeah? You've made him an odogo of your life. Harder, baby, harder. It shows them that he's doing something right and you want more. So I will advise you that you don't just lay there in silence. Tell him what you want. Do you want it harder? Tell him. If you're going to demand he thrust harder, then you better say it loudly. Harder, harder. But don't say it harder, 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 harder. Like Mbeke. Don't say harder, 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 harder. Don't say. I don't want to shout. It is late. It is like almost midnight here. And My neighbors upstairs and the gate man, they are not far off. If they are hearing me talk all these things, ha, they will think there is a man in my house and, so let me just take what I give to you. So just say, harder, baby, harder, give it to me hard. I want some more. I pray my mother is not watching this. I've told my mother to unsubscribe from my channel, but she refuses. Anything you say, Mama, take it. Now, number 10. Now, another thing that men love to hear, or another phrase that men love to hear in bed, is you saying, "Stop! I want to give you a head," or "I want to blow your trumpet." I want to blow your pistol. I want to crack your pistol. Listen, mommy. Listen when I say that in the middle of foreplay or sex, a nice and unexpected surprise can be to perform oral sex on him. So while he's going down on you or thrusting you pom pom or he's kissing you, just stop him and tell him to get on his back. You can whisper this in his ear that you want to have a taste of your juice off his joystick, and you will see his entire body perk up with excitement. Now, if you're really, really nasty, like me, I'm joking. If you're really nasty, you can go down and blow his trumpet up and then go back up and kiss him. Share your mixed juices of one another with a kiss. Now, this is not a boyfriend privilege, all right? This is only husband privilege, okay? Number 11. Well, what do guys like hearing in bed the most? It is this line. Men love to hear their women say, "Oh my God." I know it's such a simple phrase, yet it tells a guy everything he needs to know. So if you start praying to God, well, then obviously he's blowing your mind. And this is a great confidence booster for him if you start saying, oh my God. You start praying to the Lord. Okay? Number 12, men love to hear their women say, "I love watching you fuck me in bed." See, if he's doing most of the work right now, let him know you appreciate him. So while he's thrusting away, let him know that you're loving the visual that he's giving you and you're looking at his joystick go in and out of you. And by saying, "I love watching you fuck me well," he will certainly want to thrust more and deeply. Number 13, when you tell a guy, "Don't come yet," they love it. So you're loving what he's doing and you don't want him to be over just yet. By telling him this, two things are going to happen. Firstly, it shows him that you're enjoying the sex. Secondly, it will make him want to come. So the sex will probably become more intense, but it will end relatively soon. It's even better not to tell him not to come because he will definitely come in no time. Number 14, some men love it when their women can, try out an accent in bed. Yeah, for real, some guys like accents. I mean, what can we say? So if you can speak a second language, even better. If you can speak your dialect, even rawer, if there is anything like that. Don't be scared to talk dirty to him in another language. In fact, he probably would find it pretty hot. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. I had to go change my mic because it's been acting crazy. Now, number 15, men love it when their women say that they're ready for round two. If you go about asking, "Are you ready for round two?" I mean, like, it drives him crazy. So if you throw in some of these phrases during sex, there is no reason why he wouldn't want to have sex again. So asking him the question lets him know that you would love to have sex with him and you want more. Asking questions like, "Are you ready for round two?" is just gets him really crazy. Now, these are the few things that men love to hear in bed. Men love to hear women say in bed. Your men can let us know what more you would love to hear women say to you when you're hitting the G spot or when you're hitting the juicy pot, all right? But now let's discuss what might not be music to a guy's ears during sex. Because quite honestly, sex is all about keeping it real. Men hate it when women pretend in bed. So number one, keep it real. Being enthusiastic is great, but it's crucial to ensure that the words matches the moment. The words that you speak about him matches the moment. Because if every action elicits a superlative like, oh, your joystick is the biggest that I've ever had in my entire life, and you know in your heart of hearts that he has a joystick as big as my pinky, then it may really start to sound really fake, and you need to go to jail for deceit. So bottom line, it is so essential to strike a balance when considering what guys like to hear in bed. All I'm trying to say in essence is that sincerity heightens intimacy and overacting can diminish it. All right. Number two, while open dialogue about likes and dislikes is essential in a relationship, the heat of the moment might not be the best time for constructive criticism. So avoid sensitive areas or sensitive topics and know when it is time for feedbacks. Because you're telling a guy, oh, my ex did it differently, or can you try to be more like Mike? Are you okay? Are you sure you're okay? Because these things are likely not what men want to hear during sex. They don't want to be compared. They don't want to be told what XA did. Instead, consider discussing preferences and experiences outside of the bedroom to ensure both you and your partner, you feel valued and heard. Number three, timing is everything. Jokes can be fantastic tension relievers, but in the heat of the passion, you cracking a tech joke or making a pun might not land as intended. Saying something like, oh, is that your USB stick, or are you just excited to see me? It might get a laugh during a flirty text exchange, but during sex, it might not hit the mark. Okay? So remember, humor has its place, but timing is crucial. Number four, bringing up the future during sex is crazy. Don't do it. Hold your horses, no matter how badly you want to speak. I believe that while deepening a relationship is beautiful, the midst of intimacy might not be the best time to discuss long-term plans. So popping questions about the future kids or marriage or where the relationship is headed or where you would like to be in 10 years can be jarring, and it might not align with what guys like to hear in bed. No guy likes that. Or you say, oh, where's the relationship headed? Where are we? Save those profound future forward discussions for quiet, intimate chats over coffee or over dinner or something. Don't say it while he's having sex. Number five, steer clear of daily hassles. Communication is the bedrock of any relationship. I know that for a fact. We all know that. Intimate moments might not be the ideal time to discuss who forgot to take out the trash or the pending bills at home. Look, these everyday concerns can act as a mood dampener when considering what guys like to hear in the bedroom. All right, number six, you going overboard with instruction. It is not a drill session. We're not in class. Guidance can, of course, enhance the experience, but giving an extensive play-by-play or treating the encounter like a choreographed routine can definitely make things mechanical, and that's not what you want. Sex is as much about exploration and spontaneity as it is about pleasure. So find a balance between guiding and going with the flow. Okay? I would even advise that you just go with the flow. Number seven, being overly self-deprecating is not good. It's not uncommon to feel self-conscious about your body or our skills in the bedroom. However, you continually putting yourself down or fishing for compliments can divert attention from the intimate connection. Remember that confidence is sexy. So you need to own it. You need to learn how to own it. So, are you still asking what guys love to hear in bed? There you have it. You're now armed and ready with all of the tricks and tips that you need to know about what guys like to hear in bed. Before you go and sweet talk the heck out of your man, there's just one thing that I need you to keep in mind above all else. No one knows your partner as intimately as you do. So I have given you all of the tools in order for you to tackle these dirty talking tasks, but only a few tools will work on this specific job. So it's up to you to take what you know about your man and say the right things to really get his gear going. Now that you know what guys like to hear in bed, what are you waiting for? Okay? The next time you have sex with your man, try out some of these lines and watch him go bonkers for you. Oh la la! Catch you when I catch you, and thank you so much for being part of this show. If you're not subscribed yet to my channel, go on, hit the notification bell to get notified whenever I post a video, because I'm always consistent when I put my mind to it. All right? Mwah.